Wreck Beachers. I love my job on Wreck Beach. Thanks. It's such a great place to go to work every day, right? Because you can never decide what not to wear. Fuck, I always not wear the same thing. People are like, you go naked? Like if you meet a foreigner and they're not from Vancouver, like, you go naked? I'm like, well, I wear a lot of jewelry. Oh, they said, oh, okay. So I remember one day, like, I'm working on Wreck Beach. This back in the day before I sold pot cookies. I'm just selling watermelon for like $1 a slice, $2 a slice. This asshole makes me hike clear across Wreck Beach for one slice of watermelon. And I get there like 15 minutes later to where he's like, come over here, I got my money over here, right? And I finally get there and he looks all awkward, like he gets all awkward and he's staring at me and he's like, I didn't really want any watermelon. Actually, I just think you're cute and I wanted to look at you. And I was like, that's $2 as well, sir. Thank you. I was like, it's so funny, like, you know the cop show? I was thinking about expression, you know the scene like on that show Cops? And the cops, they all rush into the drug dealer's place, they fucking boom! They bust in the guy's door and they grab his stash and they're like, bust this asshole, Steve, it's coke. You know what I'm saying? This is what I think it'll look like when I get busted, you know what I mean? I'd be like in my pink Volkswagen van, like, get out of the pink van! I'm like, okay, just let me put my hacky sack down. So one day I get out of the pink van, the fucking cop runs in, he grabs my stash, he's like, shit, Steve, I think it's acid, somebody better call my wife. Oh, whoops. So, I'm just staring, actually, I was thinking, like, I got arrested, and like my cookies got sent to the lab, where they do chromosomal topography, and a mere like 20 or 30,000 of the taxpayer's dollar go to decide if there's cannabinoids present in this cookie. Do you know what I'm saying? It's all this scientific equation, like thousands of dollars. And I was thinking to myself, you know what would save the police force so much money? If they hired one cop on the whole force to test all the fucking drugs. You know what I mean? Like, just eat them. Yeah, it's pot cookies. That's right. They'd be like, officer, test everything. It's mushrooms. I'm going for a walk in the woods, boys. You know what I mean? This would save the taxpayers huge. I don't know why I didn't think of it. I personally am volunteering for the job. Nobody knows the job better than me.
Not true.
So, I was thinking acid's making a comeback. You know, all these fucking powders and pills are flying around. Who's dying for acid to make a comeback? Because I am. Because I got a lot of it for sale, and sort of helps if it makes a comeback. You guys all this thing, like, you don't have to, like, if you're selling acid, you know, like I've been doling it out with my tweezers, right? I'd be like, a hit for you, a hit for you. And I was like, I actually don't really take acid anymore, not since my 20s, but every time I pluck my eyebrows, I start to hallucinate. Which sort of has its like ups and downs, because the other day I actually monobrowed my bikini line and Brazilian waxed my brow. And now my vagina has a great sense of humor. And in audio it looks like Groucho Marx. What'd you say? I did this party once, actually. I did this party as a stag party, and I was the drug dealer, which was great because I served all this pot food, and I had some burlesque dancers there, and I thought it was really avant-garde at first. I thought they were going to go for burlesque dancers and marijuana food, but there were strippers and cocaine inevitably. It's so weird because I'm there with my girls, and the strippers pull me off to the side, and they're like, hey, do you mind if we go first? We don't think we're going to make any money off these guys. I was like, yeah, okay, go ahead. Sure, so they do the big gyrating. So later, after the strippers have gone on, I'm in the kitchen, I'm having cocktails, and this guy comes late, so he doesn't know that I'm not the stripper. And I think in his mind, the guy thinks he just hit fucking jackpot. That's the best looking skanky hooker I've ever seen. And he looks at me, like, and he just comes right over, like, he listens to me, he's like, oh, hey, how are you, whatever. And I just like this, oh, I'm sorry. I'm the drug dealer, not the stripper. You can't touch me. No offense if you're a stripper, but I'm just saying, it pays if you're a drug dealer. Crime pays. If you're a lawyer, it pays even better, but that's a whole lot of schooling. Either you go to school or you deal the weed. She's totally upset with me. Undercover officers, round of applause. Undercover officers. Hi, President. Anybody here? You guys ever do this when you're driving down the highway? I drive a pink Volkswagen van, I love my van. Okay, I'm driving on the highway, I never wait to pee, so I just pull over on the side of the highway. It's nighttime, you know, you're coming home from the Kootenays, you know what I'm saying? And you're down, like, you're just sitting there, you're going pee, but then all of a sudden, like, you see, like, the headlight coming and you get a little nervous that they can see you. So you start like, oh God. You guys are like shimmying around the car, you're like, oh Jesus. And you're like, want to get pee on your leg and shit. So you're like, what the fuck? I gotta get the fuck, get in the van. I drive a pink Volkswagen. I'm like, nobody's gonna recognize me peeing on the fucking highway. Totally crazy. I had this neighbor once. This neighbor of mine, she got down with everybody. Like, she was really promiscuous. It was a really cute guy that moved into the neighborhood once, and I was like, Angela, you meet that new guy in the neighborhood, Giancarlo? And she said, yeah, I met him watermelon, but you know what? I was driving around with him the other night, and like, he parked right in front of the house, and I looked him right in the face, and I'm like, look, Giancarlo, I am not gonna give you a blowjob right in front of my house. I don't know what kind of girl you think I am. So I'm at a party the other night, and you know, like the Chuck, like this really like cheesy guy comes up, and he's like saunters over, and he's all cool, and he's like, hey, don't I know you from somewhere? And I was like, no, Chuck Ball, I don't think you do. And he goes, didn't I see you peeing on the Hope Chilliwack Highway last weekend?